life purpose coach, and today I'm going to talk about 3 things that are keeping you stuck right now. Now, you could be stuck in many areas of your life, or you could be stuck in one area of your life, okay? But it's going to be the similar 3 things that are holding you back. Now, you know, when you feel stagnated, when you're feeling that life is a bit boring, that nothing new is happening, you're living the same life every day and you feel stuck, right? That's the feeling that I'm talking about. So how do we move from this feeling? How do we move into growth? And how do we move into really exciting times? Okay, let's talk about that. First, let's talk about what's holding you back, right? So the first thing is a fear. Fear is holding you back. The fear of the unknown, the fear of the next step is probably holding you back. Think about it, okay? What am I scared of? Why am I keeping myself stuck in this moment? Because it's not your circumstances, it is not your environment that's keeping you stuck, but you need to realize that it's you who's keeping you stuck and who's keeping yourself in this state right now. So why are you scared of your next? What fear are you playing out of? These are some questions you can ask yourself and see what comes up, okay? And then the next thing that's probably keeping you stuck is the thought of, if I do this, this would happen. You know what I'm talking about, right? The consequences of you doing something different to change your life. So we always come up with this idea of maybe if I go and start that business, right, it might fail because most of the business would fail. Right? So you're convincing yourself that if you do something really bad is going to happen. But you need to realize that these are circumstances made up in your head. They are not true. You're making them up. You're scaring yourself. There's nothing more to it than that. Now you could think that, but I'm being practical. This is how it's happening to most people. Well, guess what? That thinking, that thought process is actually just keeping you stuck. It's not doing you any good. You are staying where you are rather than moving to your next step. So move from that thought pattern, move from that consequences of if you do this, something bad is going to happen. Okay? Move past that, because who knows what's going to happen? You can make anything happen. You just need to believe in yourself. And the third thing that's keeping you stuck is probably your inner dialogue. All right. This is the voice in us that constantly keeps telling us that this is what your life is. You are not worth of more, or it's telling you you're not good enough, or it's telling you that this is not made for you. An amazing life is not for you. All these horrible things that's coming out. That's that inner negative voice, right? Which is convincing you again and again to not do a certain thing or to just stay at where you are. So notice your thoughts, notice this voice inside which is trying to bring you down, right? Notice that it's playing out of a fear. It's playing out of a limiting belief. It's not taking you forward, but it's limiting you. Okay? So these were your 3 things that are probably keeping you stuck right now. We have the fear. We have the, if I do this, something might happen, so the consequences. And then we have this inner dialogue, the inner negative self-talk that's constantly keeping you stuck. So to move from the stuck feeling, right, into a feeling of amazing things happening, into a feeling of growth, you need to move from this mindset. And the first thing is to realize what's keeping you stuck. What fear is keeping you stuck? What limiting thinking is keeping you stuck? What is it that's keeping you stuck? All right? and then move from that. How do you move from that? Prove it wrong, right? Do something that is opposite to this thought to prove yourself that you're not limited by this fear and you're not limited by this thought. I hope this was helpful. I hope you realize what's keeping you stuck, and it comes down to your mindset, right? All of these three were rooted to your mindset, to the way you think, right? And once you make that shift, in thoughts, you will start seeing opportunities. You will start thinking as a person who always thinks about growth. You will start then acting as a person who is constantly meeting growth and who's constantly meeting a lot of opportunities. You need to think like a person who has a lot of opportunities to be a person with a lot of opportunities and with a lot of growth. So notice what your limiting pattern was, notice what's keeping you stuck, and switch it. Start thinking as somebody who you want to be. Great, I hope that was helpful. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you next time. Bye.